Share the love here. To try to explain LPX. Um, we'll see. If I do a good job of it, you guys will let me know. So, LPX, what is the difference? What is the difference between LPX and different LPs that we know of generally? Well, those LPs are always active, right? LPX, the X is the smart logic or the profit logic behind the currency that we don't have access to. We know that it includes gas price, we know that it includes price impacts, we know it includes certain prices, the no trade zone, and there's a lot more stuff that we don't know that it includes, but it doesn't really matter. So what matters is that the team is incentivized to make it very, very, very profitable because they take fees on the profits that we make, not a base profit. Like there's no fees to get in, no fees to get out, right? So as providers, we provide tokens in LPX. Great. Now, LPX is a liquidity pool. It pretty much just sit there, but it has a profit logic. The profit logic is a gatekeeper. It's kind of a bouncer that says to router X is the executioner. Probably the wrong word, but it does execute the trades. So uh, either way, so it's always looking at the market, not all liquidity pools, and it's maybe seeing okay, there's an opportunity there, and it goes and watches LPX, and it goes, hey, there's an opportunity there, and LPX goes, that's yes on the profit logic, yes, it makes sense because it benefits one or multiple of the providers, or it goes no. And in that case, router X cannot execute any trade, including LPX. Um, so that's what's happening now. When we watch the action, is that router X is looking at all the markets and is asking constantly LPX, hey, is this making sense? And LPX goes yes, no, no, yes, yes, no, yes, yes, and then it trades on its behalf. Now, when UDEX comes into play, traders will send trades, which in itself can be seen as like injecting liquidity, which would take in factor all those and probably more dexes. It's just on the top of my head. That's what the tweet that came up. Um, and LPX and router X because it's also an aggregator. Will try to find the best execution for the traders or the users of UDEX, and it will see again ask LPX, hey, is this beneficial to your providers? Yes or no? And if it is, it will be able to access the liquidity in LPX. If it's a no, no. It will just keep looking at the market over there and find the best execution over there, excluding LPX then. So yeah, so right now we don't have the UDEX component, so traders cannot access that at the moment. Right now it's only without this part. So it's only router X looking at the market, looking at opportunities. Hey, LPX, does it benefit your providers or one of your providers? Yes? Okay, cool. Let's make that trade happen. No? Okay, nothing happens. And when the traders comes in with UDEX, it's going to be, hey, I want some UpX, send that to router X. Oh, we got some over here, and do we have it over here? LPX says, we do have some, but it's not profitable, so no. Good. So it just executes with those. Router X will execute with those. Or hey, we have some up now that we want from some die, and it sends it, all, it sends, not sends, but it sees, scans the market. And then it goes to LPX. Hey, LPX, do you have any liquidity that would be good for that? And LPX goes, you know what? It is profitable for one or more of my providers. So yeah, the trade can be executed using that liquidity that we have over here. To just make sure that the difference is said explicitly, like on the profit side, is that here they count for the to feed the providers with yield. They count on the idea of that 0.27 or 0.29% fee on every transaction, no matter of any conditions of the market, like the fees, the volatility, none of that. But those 0.25, 0.2729, depending on which exchange you're at, That's how they believe that the fees will benefit the providers. And here uh, they have the profit logic, which is different than just fees. It's um, it's math that we don't have access to. That they're like this will provide the yield to the actual providers. So this is the really the main difference ultimately. I hope this is clear. Yeah, let me know.